today. There's some thunder out there. I want to get this film though. I talked about in the Wendy's video, went to the flea market. Nothing new. I was hoping to find some cheap Xbox 360 games there. There's nothing doing there. So I went over to the Lake Ridge, Eagle Ridge, not Lake Ridge, Eagle Ridge Mall to go to the Gamestop. And they had like 20 to 25 360 games. I was actually kind of surprised what they had. I was looking at a few. I decided on two. Two games I've never played before, and one that is not backwards compatible with the Xbox One, so perfect use for the new 360. These two games were 1924. First one's a game I never played. I played the first one in the series and loved it, actually. I know this one is a little more confined. It's not like as big of a game world. I think it's actually a pretty small game world. I don't know. And I played a little bit of the third one, but it is Dragon Age 2. Fucking auto light. This was $5. And it does have the manual. Disc is in pretty good shape, actually. And some light scratches and stuff, but nothing serious. Back when you still got manuals. Even has the Dragon Age 2 online passcode here. It's funny, I was gonna... This is one of the weaker game cases to have on. It just kind of sucks. That sounds... the PS2 does it a lot better. They did the disc protection thingy. I was like, nah, not this time. I don't want it. But they didn't offer me up the Pro. They usually ask about the Pro. Now I was like, oh, I wonder if they didn't because they just shuttered Game Informer's done. And I know if you join that Pro, you'd get like a year's worth of Game Informer digital magazine. And Game Informer's been around for a long time, or was, so that sucks in a lot of ways. Not that I was reading it. I used to get by them. Well, I joined the GameStop program years ago, and they were always affiliated. And I didn't remember getting like a year's worth, or half a year maybe it was, of GameStop, the Game Informer magazines. I think it was around the time of maybe the second God of War game. I remember seeing some of the covers. I'm trying to remember. There was a God of War cover, but it couldn't have been the first, but it was probably the second. I don't know. But I was wondering, I wonder if they're not pushing that because they have to figure out a new plan now because you don't get that anymore. So it kind of weakens the deal. Although if I joined it, I wouldn't care about that. I want those $5 off used games every month, or maybe it's just a $5 coupon they give you every month. You use it on whatever. I think it's on used games though. But anyway, I haven't played this one. I've seen videos on it. I love the first game. The first Dragon Age Origins was just a fantastic game. I have not played this one though. But see how that is. And the second game is the game that is not backwards compatible. Happy to get it because I've looked at this one online. I've looked at this one periodically over the years and just never bought it until now. It was $12.99. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I remember watching some video on this back in the day. I think it was a Giant Bomb quick look. It looked pretty decent, and I was like, I might as well get it. I was like, oh shit. Because I was looking at it, I was like, oh, right. I know that's one that is not backwards compatible. Complete as well. This disc is also in solid shape. That one's a little better. So it looks like they're accepting older games again for trade-in. Like I said, the one in Ashboro had PS2 games, PS1 game, original Xbox. Not a ton, but it looks like they're pulling in whatever. I don't know why. Back in the day, the GameStops, Babbage's, Funkoland, before they all became just GameStop, even EB, before they merged, had they had the old stuff even up until you're buying PS2 games, Xbox, GameCube. They still had NES games in there. It was awesome, and then those disappeared. Man, they fucked that up. They didn't see that. I can't say they fucked it up because they would have started to drain those out by probably like 2003, 2004, I feel. This is before the retro game boom happened. If they would just held out a little longer, they could have held on to so much of that shit, man. Because they were selling good NES games and N64, PlayStation. You could get Conquers for like $5 used back then. Like if they were just then they're like, oh, we can't do this anymore. It's not doing anything because nobody cared, and all of a sudden everybody cared. But if anyone's played this one, let me know how it is. It did look pretty good. Is that thunder again? I gotta end this quick anyway because now the frog or something's back. I wanted to film a video last night, but it downboard yesterday, and then you have the bugs, and the frogs are just making tons of noise. But Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and this one is not backwards compatible. It was an EA game, but Warner Brothers owns those properties, so they are not backwards compatible. Same thing with the Bond games. I think EA didn't. I forget who did. Was it Activision that was doing them? Or is it like Bloodstone and Quantum of Solace and GoldenEye Reloaded? But once again, the license is owned by somebody else, I think, so they're not backwards compatible. But 2 fresh games, a 360 collection. I am going to probably start playing one of these here. I have the system. Why not? But yeah. I might end up going back there before I leave next Saturday, so I have time. Maybe go back there. There's some other games I was looking at. I was looking at Crisis 2 and 3. I was looking at Call of Duty Ghosts. Those were all $6.99 a piece. Like they had a decent amount, and actually a decent amount of games. Actually, at the very least, had their cases. GTA 4 was there. I said this before. A couple Assassin's Creed games. Some other stuff. Skate 3, Dead Island. A couple of Borderlands, and some other random stuff. But anyway, Dragon Age 2, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, a couple of. That's how you have to tap on these. You have to use 2, so it sounds better. Happy to get this though. It's a shame the flea market didn't have anything, because I was looking around there hoping for something like, finally get Gears of War there for $1 and stuff like that. But I wasn't seeing any games of any system in there, so it's just kind of disappointing because there was a lot of people there. But anyway, yeah, just some GameStop pickups of some 360 games. But thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.